is down below and he's ready to play. That's right, y'all. His name is AJ. Never gets nervous when he cuts the beat. He gets that like service in the clutch on the street. It can't be because AJ never knew the agony of defeat.
All right, listen. I had to get that AJ never knew the agony of defeat on real quick, because that right there is what it's all about right here on the lunch break, courtesy of BS3 TV. That's right, Ben Sutter the Third TV. If you've got a ROKU streaming device, just download BS3 TV and you'll find the lunch break right in the middle of some really great programming. And I am appreciative of being a part of the BS3 TV family. And that new thing, the Jones Media and Entertainment. Jones Media and Entertainment, or as I like to say, JM&E. If you haven't heard about that, get ready, man, because this thing is about to take off. I've been dealing with some folks all day, meeting-wise, and, man, we got some good programming that'll be coming your way courtesy of Fire Stick, Fire TV. That's right. So we got Roku through BS3 TV. We got Fire Stick, Fire TV on the way, and just more stuff, If you're interested in finding out more, hit me up. You know the number, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Hit me up. Say, yo, I want to know more about BS3 TV. I want to know more about Jones Media and Entertainment, or JM&E, and I will get you connected with the folks who can make it happen. With Jones Media and Entertainment, we are trying to bring your dreams to streams and screens. That's right. If you got a dream of hosting your own show, if you got a dream of writing your own play or writing your own movie or doing a TV series or a game show, watch this. If you're even somebody who wants to do your own Christian TV show, kind of like TBN, kind of like Daystar, you got a platform, man. You got a platform. If you got an idea for a game show, hit me up on Jones Media and Entertainment, and let me tell you how we can bring your dreams to streams and screens. All right? All right. So it is Talk Your Team Tuesday. Talk Your Team Tuesday on the lunch break, and I got a lot to say. You know where I'm going first, right? You do know where I'm going first. I'm not going to the SWAC basketball playoffs. I'm not going to the Big Ten basketball playoffs or their postseason conference tournament. I'm not going to any of that. I'm going straight to the NFL, and I'm going straight to Calvin Ridley. I'm going straight to the NFL, and I'm going straight to Calvin Ridley. Now, he is not on my team. You know, I used to live in Atlanta, but hey, I can't tell you that I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan or any of that. But I will tell you this. Y'all are going hard on Calvin Ridley. Y'all are going hard on Calvin Ridley. And let me just tell you why. For those who don't know what's going on. Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley is suspended right now for the entire 2022 season because he bet on football. He bet on NFL football during his absence from the football team last season. He got hurt, and while he was out, he bet on NFL football. And let me give you exactly what the NFL said, all right? And I quote, Ridley's illegal activity took place during a 5-day period in late November 2021 while Ridley was not with the team and was away from the club's facility on the non-football illness list. That's what the NFL said in their statement. It goes on to say, a league investigation uncovered no evidence indicating that any inside information was used or that any game was compromised in any way, nor was there any evidence suggesting any awareness by coaches, staff, teammates, or any other players of his activity, end quote. I have to remind myself sometimes that I'm in a studio. I'm not on the radio. I'm in a studio. And while I'm a Christian, it is not a Christian-based studio. Like we're gonna have all kinds of movies. We're gonna have all kinds of content that for everybody. We're gonna do something for everybody. That's CYA to the highest level of CYAing. And if you don't know what CYA is, then ask somebody. But the NFL is trying to CTA. They trying to CTA to the highest level. And I get why they need to do it. They have partnered with some of the largest gambling and betting organizations out there. They've partnered with DraftKings. They've partnered with the largest casinos to try to generate different streams of income. You know how everybody say, "Oh, I'm trying to get 7 streams of income." The NFL's trying to do that too. So they finally drank the Kool-Aid, and they themselves have partnered with gambling and betting establishment, casinos, DraftKings, you name it. As a result, to keep these new large sponsors, they have to make it seem like, make it look like, make it feel like they are protecting the integrity of the games. In other words, ain't no cheating going on. Ain't no inside stuff going on. But, and again, let me say it for the folks in the back who don't listen and who love to hit me up. Again, the number 832-403-5005, 832-403-5005. I'd love to hear your opinion. I get why they have to protect the integrity of the games. I get why Calvin Ridley is in trouble. I get it. Don't at me, don't call me, don't text me about that. I get it. What I'm saying is the NFL, in their attempt to protect the integrity of the game, have literally exposed the hypocrisy of the relationships. They've literally exposed the hypocrisy of the relationships. They are doing more to protect their relationship with their gambling partners, with DraftKings, with the casinos, and all of those. Watch this. Than they literally will do to protect the general public. I'm not talking about fans. I'm not talking about fans. I know fans like to make themselves the most important thing in sports. I'm talking about wives. I'm talking about girlfriends. I'm talking about the community. Because Calvin Ridley is being suspended much longer for gambling unilaterally, apparently, based on the investigation, unilaterally, than if he had beat his wife, if he had beaten his girlfriend, if he had beaten his child, if he had driven drunk and been arrested. Calvin Ridley is suspended much longer than any NFL player who did one of those things, but didn't gamble on the sport. A sport that is a partner with gambling establishments. That part right there. That cannot be missed in this discussion. I know folks are, oh, it's just plain and simple. You as a player know the rules and you can't bet on the sport. You can't bet on your own sport. I even heard someone say that, well, they are not a social or legal justice establishment. Therefore, it is not their responsibility to punish players and or coaches and or front office executives. Remember Jim Irsay driving around with drugs and a bunch of money and was high? Remember the executives for the Arizona Cardinals? More than one of them got suspended for driving while intoxicated. And don't get me started on the Washington football team. I'm sorry, the Washington Commanders. If Calvin Ridley had only just did that, but because he did the unthinkable, unilaterally by himself, not in the clubhouse, not sitting next to teammates, not talking to coaches, not talking to the trainer about who's healthy and who's not healthy. There's no indication that he threw games or he tried to throw games or tried to get teammates to throw games. No indication of that. But because he unilaterally crossed the line of betting on his own sport, he's banned for at least a year, at least the full season. Might be longer because more information can come out. But here's my thing. Now, it's Talk Your Team Tuesday. If you want in, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. I already got calls and text messages. So if you want to call me because I can put you on air. I can put you on air. If you want to call me. I can put you on air. Let me make sure that I've got it's the phone lines are wide open. If you want to call, I can put you on air. All right. But here's the thing. How do we know Calvin Ridley is the only one? How do we know that? How do we know that Calvin Ridley is the only one betting on football while being connected to football? Everybody wants to make it so bad that a player did it. But what if a referee or an umpire or a line judge had a bet, a parlay on a game, and he just happened to not blow his whistle and throw his flag against a team that he some type of way. Now, Calvin Ridley got caught because I'll be honest, he didn't try to hide his gambling. His name reportedly was the real Calvin Ridley. So reportedly, now, there's a lot of truth and untruth out there. People get excited about this stuff. But what if you got a referee or an umpire, line judge that was specific and deliberate and intentional about hiding their true identity, and then all of a sudden they decide, man, that one call right there is not going to make a big difference, but it'll help me out? How do we know? How? Let me sit back in my chair because I'm in a studio now. How do we know? How do we know that that's not the case? Let me go a little bit further. How do we know that there is not a front office executive that doesn't have a legitimate gambling problem? And I believe you can have an addiction to gambling, and most people in this country don't understand addictions. They don't understand mental health, and they don't understand addictions. It's Talk Your Team Tuesday here on the lunch break, broadcasting live on YouTube, Twitch, and Roku, courtesy of BS3 TV. BS3 TV, soon to be on Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Very soon to be. Just a couple of weeks away. Working on the coding as we speak. How do we know? How do we know that there is not a front office executive who's making decisions that literally don't make sense. And he or she is benefiting from the decisions that they're making that are helping to feed their gambling addiction. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go ahead and go there. I'm going to go ahead and go there. When you see an executive trade a player like DeAndre Hopkins and get back a recovering veteran senior running back who has not produced anything close to what they produced in their prime, and they get draft picks that are far beneath the value of the wide receiver that they traded away. How do you know that that wasn't tied to some type of gambling addiction? When you see organizations put a player on an inactive list and you find out that that player was actually able to play, how do you know that they're not feeding into some type of addiction? Watch this. Let me just go all the way to the top. Let me go all the way to the top. How do you know that somebody like a Roger Goodell or Troy Vincent or another senior executive in the league office is not making decisions, is not passing out fines, is not being harder on an organization or player than they would normally in order to tilt the scale, if you will? When you open that door to those type of relationships and associations, I promise you, you're getting more than you bargained for. I'm not saying that they shouldn't do it. I'm not saying that it doesn't make sense. All I'm saying is when you open the door, every now and then a fly, a bee, or a wasp will fly in the door, even if you didn't intend it. Calvin Ridley is being suspended and should be suspended. Should it be a year? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think it should be that long. I definitely don't think it should be longer than domestic abuse, domestic violence, driving while intoxicated, those kind of things. I don't think it should be longer than that. I mean, let me just talk your team Tuesday. The Cincinnati Reds are by far my favorite baseball team. Team. Dusty Baker is by far my favorite manager. And wherever he manages, I have an appreciation and a respect for that team. So he's in Houston. I like Houston. I want to see Houston do well. The fact that Pete Rose is still not physically, I'm not talking about his stats, I'm not talking about his accomplishments, but the fact your number one hit leader in your entire sport is not fully represented in your Hall of Fame for what they did on the field is a travesty. It's ridiculous. You know, again, I'm not on a Christian station. It's asinine. It does. It literally voids any credibility your hall has. You control what goes on that bus, that plaque. You control what goes on that plaque. And you can literally say, here's Pete Rose. He was the hit leader. He did this. He did that. And then you get down to the part where you can explain that he was suspended from baseball for life because he bet on baseball while managing you control that. The fear was that if they reinstate him, that a team would hire him again as a manager. Managers don't have a union. It is not the player and manager union. It is the players union. Managers don't have a union. You can put whatever rule you want to have in place on the managers. You can say, listen, he can be reinstated so that he can be inducted into the Hall of Fame, but he can never manage again in this league. Done deal. Done deal. But to not put him in for life, and there is valid, sustainable, provable evidence out there that Bart Giamatti was going to put him in, going to reinstate him and put him in, but the man died. He died before it got done. And then you got guys like Bud Selig and now Manfred that just won't even address it, honestly. So now we know betting on the sport is the worst thing you can do. You can kill somebody, get another chance. No shade at Michael Vick. You can kill dogs, get back in. Beat your wife, get back in. Beat your girlfriend, get back in. No shade at Adrian Peterson. Beat your child, get back in. Drive drunk, Arizona Cardinal front office. Drive around with drugs and a ton of money. And any other, watch this, in any other shade of person, that's trafficking with, I mean, that's possession with the intent to distribute, but because it's European owner, billionaire owner, oh, it's just he had a whole lot of drugs on it. And get back in, get reinstated. Don't get me started on Robert Kraft. Anybody else, any other shade of person, lower income, and they are a part of sex trafficking. Robert Kraft, billionaire, and oh, he just got a happy ending. Trey Pike, 100% agree with you on Pete Rose. Put stipulations on there. I mean, again, what's Captain Trey? What most people don't understand. The Hall of Fame is independent of Major League Baseball. The Hall of Fame can vote him in now. They can put him on the ballot now. They don't need Major League Baseball's approval to put him into their hall. But because, you got all these, cross, all this, going on between the writers, the hall, and the league, they won't even touch it. They want the hall writers and everybody wants Major League Baseball to take the hit by making him available to put in, and then they'll do what they got to do. But you control it all. You can put whatever stipulations, asterisks, whatever. You can put all that in place and put the number one hit leader in your sport in the hall. Calvin Ridley is being made an example of, period. Calvin Ridley didn't do anything worse than anybody in the league. And again, how do we know that there are not other people that are voting and actually doing stuff to affect the outcome of games, and we just haven't found them out yet? You open that door, more than what you want is going to come in. All right. Let's move on. Again, I got some text messages. Let me hit these up real quick. All right. Area code 972 362 972-362. AJ, you break the rules, you pay the price. Don't sugarcoat it. Come on now. Okay. All right. So how long was Jim Irsay banned? I'm just asking. How long was Jim Irsay banned? How long was the head basketball coach at I know it's a different league, but I'm just saying head basketball coach at Gonzaga? How long was he banned? The coach in the NFL that did crack and allowed a lady of the night to film him doing crack. How long were they banned? This dude is back in the league. I'm just saying, man, it's always tougher on the players than it is on anybody else, because you must. Can't let the players affect the bottom line, but the other people who can affect the bottom line, you ain't got a problem with them. What's up, Ivan? Hey, listen, y'all. I think, now I ain't sure. I got to check myself, but I think that I agreed to be on Three Queens and King on March the 15th. And I think I said yes. I don't know what got into me. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I think I said yes. So y'all pray for me right now. Because, man, I'm going to tell you, that's a tough crowd, boy. That's a tough crowd. They go hard on Three Queen and King. And I think I'm going to be on there on March the 15th. And I even got my topic already. So, man, y'all pray for me. Y'all pray for me. So anyway, I want to thank Ivan Dawkins. Good brother, man. Good brother. Can't wait to have him on the show. In fact, we're shooting for the 18th to have him on the show. And I hope he can bring Mika and some of his other sisters to be on the show. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, so let me go to this one, 469-320, 469-320. AJ, I hate to say it, but I agree with you. It's almost like a parent saying, do it as I say, not as I do. When the NFL made the arrangement with gambling facilities, they needed to put rules in place if the obvious would happen. And I agree with him. I agree with him or her from 469. Listen, if you didn't know that this was going to happen, then shame on you. And if your plan was to hit the players harder because they're players and they can't affect the shield and the brand and all that kind of stuff, well, then shame on you too, because guess what? You got other people out there that can affect the shield and the brand and all that kind of. Listen to me when I say, remember the gambling problem that the referee in basketball in the NBA had? Remember when everybody said, oh, there's no way. Too much. Watch it. There's too much that needs to happen for one person to be able to do that. And sure enough, a dude got indicted federally and arrested federally for doing what? Gambling and affecting basketball games. So I always tell you, baby, whenever you think you're immune to something, count to yourself how long before you get it or it happens to you. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. Look, Ivan said Queen 3 and King. I got it. I've been saying it wrong. Queen 3 and King, Tuesday, March 15th, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Man, listen, I might have to take me a shot of goose before I get on there that night. I got to take me a shot of goose. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I got to take me a shot of goose before I get on there, man, because Ivan, protect me, brother. Don't let them queens get me. Queen 3 and King, March 15th, 7 o'clock Central. I'll put the link out so y'all can tune in. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, here's another one. 713-479. 713-479. Hey, AJ, glad to find you back on. Love the new studio setup. So that's a virtual studio. This is a virtual studio, but I'm in the studio that's being remodeled and built out. I'm trying to make it as portable as possible so we can flip it over. So it could be a newsroom. It could be a place for you to do your podcast or your video cast. It can be a place for you to do a photo shoot. It could be a place for you to do a movie shoot or a TV show shoot. It could be literally whatever you want it can be, because literally every wall in this room is going to be green. Every wall in this room is going to be green. So no matter how you shoot, you can put the background behind it that you want. So Ivan said, man, you better take a shot. I do every week. Man, I don't know how you do it, brother. You got skin that is thicker than most, man. And those are your sisters? Oh, bro, listen, man. I'm not worthy. I can't wait, though, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be talking about y'all like y'all family, man. Because you are. We the BS3 family, man. We the BS3 family. So anyway, let me hit one more. T-Bone, man. Just go on and tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, man. Folks always want to talk crazy to the players, but then when it comes to owners or the front office cats, then everybody's got a yeah, but. That's my thing, man. That's my thing. We've seen too many cases where you had high-level people do some craziness that if it had been a player, that person might never see the sport again. But because it's them, the fact that you can still say the owner of the Washington Commanders and none of his dirt has been fully revealed. None of the investigation stuff has been revealed. When New England did the spy gate, I hate those gates. Whoever throws gate on the end of something, you lazy and you don't know, you ain't worthy of your paycheck. But when they were spying on the LA Rams, it was the LA Rams, St. Louis Rams before that Super Bowl, we should have been able to see what they saw. But the NFL just literally destroyed it, fined a bunch of people in the New England organization, and that was the end of it. How is it that they were not suspended for at least a season? That's gambling. That's fixing. That's an unfair advantage to give yourself an unfair advantage to win a game. That's a form of bet. We don't know if somebody laid down bets on that game as a result of the information that they acquired. Come on, man. Come on now. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist either. I'm just trying to tell it like it is, like T-Bone just said. All right, 713-526. 713-526. AJ, I agree and I don't agree. You got to have rules and you got to have harsh penalties for anybody that breaks the rules. All right, so anybody I'll agree with. If we find out Roger Goodell been betting on games, God dog, he better be suspended for a year or longer. In fact, to me, the higher you go up the food chain, the longer the suspensions and the punishments should be. Don't just, man, please stop beating up on the players and start getting some of these owners, front office people, and people on the executive team. All right, 832-974. 832-974. AJ. Oh, I ain't reading that. No, listen. You don't have to name call if you don't agree. Just don't agree. You don't have to name call if you don't agree. And how did I get a show? I got one. You get one. But thanks for listening and following. I appreciate that. That's good stuff. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. 832-984. 832-984. And AJ, the crazy thing about it is the dude did it literally on his own time. So do these teams own you forever? I've always said that when I was an employee of a Fortune 500 company, I literally represented that company wherever I went. Because if I did something, somebody was going to dig up, oh, he worked for an employee of said company, did XYZ. And that just kind of goes with the with the territory. I ain't trying to preach to you, but to whom much is given, much is required. You know how these folks dig up the stuff. So I don't think the team owns him for life, but I mean, I get it. They're gonna associate you with who you're associated with based on what you do. Captain Trey, if the commissioner bets on games, that's Fed time. End of discussion. I agree, because that's insider stuff right there. He's got the ability to affect everything and everybody. So if I was at a press conference, I would ask, okay, given the suspension that was handed down to Calvin Ridley, what if someone on your executive team or you yourself was found to have gambled? Not saying you did, I qualified, not saying you did, but just so we know, what would be the punishment if you or someone on your executive team gambled on the sport? And then I would wait for the answer. If they said next question, I'd interrupt and come back. So it's okay to talk about the punishment of a player, but it's not okay to talk about the punishment of an executive level or someone like yourself who can affect everyone connected to the game. Interesting. My article would be fire. Do you hear me? My article would be fire. I'd probably never get credentials again. Trey, the higher the ladder, the more the time. Agreed. I mean, it's just got to be. It's just got to be. All right. Let's look, before we get back to it, we got to get to Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback up in Green Bay. I had to say his name today. Because he done got promised. He ain't made a dime yet. He done got promised a whole lot of money. The quarterback up in Green Bay and the Packers have agreed to a 4-year deal as the quarterback becomes the highest paid player in NFL history. Now, a couple of weeks ago, when it was reported that he wanted to be the highest paid player in NFL history, he said, no, that's not true. I didn't want to do that. That's not what I wanted. And today, magically, just as a coincidence or coinky-dink, as one of my aunts would say, he becomes the highest paid player in the sport. The quarterback up in Green Bay will be back in Green Bay in 2022 and beyond, thank goodness. The reigning NFL MVP agreed to a 4-year, $200 million extension with the Packers that will make him the highest paid player in NFL history with a $50 million average annual salary. He's going to receive $153 million guaranteed as part of the extension. And it creates a significant amount of salary cap space available for the Packers, approximately $21 million. The quarterback considered retirement and potentially being traded to Denver or another team as an option, but this commitment to the Packers suggests the team's all-time passing touchdown leader will finish his career in Green Bay. So, again, for all the folks who like to talk about other people's money, like Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Deshaun Watson, and others, read the fine print. Read the fine print. Just like was reported in this write-up with the quarterback in Green Bay, a lot of times when you get a salary contract like Patrick Mahomes, contract like Dak Prescott, contract like Deshaun Watson, there is a lot of money that is written into the signing bonus that front loads, and it allows them to still be salary cap space to hire other players. But there are some people that don't read the fine print, and they just, oh, God, you're going to give him all that money? Well, now you're not going to be able to sign other players, and your team's going to be sorry because you're cap strong, and you ain't going to be no good. Slow down, breathe, and read the fine print. Read the fine print. A lot of times it's written in a way so that it does not hurt teams. And then there are a lot of times it's restructured. Money's still there, but it's restructured in how it's paid out so that there is money for other players. So again, I don't like the quarterback up in Green Bay. It ain't personal. It's just I've seen enough to know that ain't a good dude. I don't care what you say. That is not a good dude. But he can play some football. I ain't going to lie. No, I ain't going to lie on him. He can play some football. Back-to-back MVPs. Come on now. That ain't easy to do. I wish he racked up championships like he racks up MVP trophies, because last I checked, he's got as many as Brad Johnson. He's got as many championships as Brad Johnson. Last I checked, he's got as many championships as Trent Dilfer. Last I checked. I ain't trying to demean him or belittle him. I mean, highest paid player in the sport. All I'm saying is sometimes that don't always translate to the ultimate prize, and that's the championship. So good for Green Bay. I'm glad that he's not going to get a chance to go down and take that drama that always seems to surround him, that in my opinion is self-inflicted. He's not going to have to take that drama down to Pittsburgh, or he's not going to take that drama down to Tampa Bay, or he's not going to take that drama down to New Orleans. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that. Look, whatever he and Green Bay got going on, baby, thank you. So glad, so happy for you. Y'all staying together? Are we happy? You got those friends. Come on, it's the lunch break. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on Roku, courtesy of BS3 TV. If you got a Roku streaming device, just look for B as in boy, S as in Sam, the number 3 TV, and you got us, and you got Queen 3 and King. You got some really great shows, man. You got some Kentucky basketball talk, man. You got some marriage talk. You got Ben Sutter III's mom and dad, who I absolutely love. Dad be like, when the music comes on, I love it. I love it. So you got a lot of really great programming. So be sure and check it all out. Be sure to check it all out. All right. So, you got those friends that, Doc, oh my gosh, they always at it. They always about to break up. They always, 1 minute, one of them's on your sofa, the next minute, oh, we love each other so much. Doc, it's just me. This is just me talking. Y'all good? I'm good. Y'all good? I'm good. And I'm just glad that don't nobody else have to deal with whatever they seem to love to deal with. And that's what you got with this quarterback up in Green Bay and the Packers. I'm so glad they staying together. Now we can focus on where some other quarterbacks will go. Still a lot of talk about Russell Wilson possibly leaving the Seattle Seahawks. And I'm telling you, man, if there is a way to get Russell Wilson out of Seattle and you are a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers organization, you got to find a way to make that happen. Don't look anywhere else. I mean it. Don't you dare. Boy, if you got to drop kick that backup quarterback, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I said it right. I didn't call him a redneck this time. If you got to tell Joshua Dobbs, go find a way to get us to Mars and back, see you bye. If you got to tell Dwayne Haskins you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here, whatever you got to give up to get a quarterback like Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh, do it. Do it. It will change everything. I'll say again about okay. All right, Big Mike just said breaking news from the guy that's a football insider, but he literally gets people to approve his work before he puts it out. After weeks of negotiation in one of the largest trades in NFL history, the Seattle Seahawks and Denver Broncos have agreed to terms for a deal involving Super Bowl winning quarterback Russell Wilson. No! 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 No, 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 no. I don't like it. No! Ouch. Where my water? Hold on, y'all. Got to take my medicine. Big Mike, you know how to ruin a good day, bro. You know how to ruin a great day. Breaking news, Russell Wilson heading to Denver. And we don't know the details of that. Is Elway definitely gone? That's the question. Keith Hennig said Denver, at least Elway is gone. That's what my no is about. If Elway is definitely gone, I'm all right. John Elway does not deserve a Russell Wilson. John Elway doesn't deserve that. John Elway does not deserve. John Elway should be sitting down somewhere trying to get his life together and try to not be drinking and disheveled when he has an interview with a black head coach. I said it. I said it on the lunch break. I sure did. I said it on the JM&E network. I sure did. If Elway is really gone, I'm all right. If Elway is still there, I ain't good. I'm not good if Elway's still there. I'm not. Sorry. Okay. So Keith Hennig said he's an outside consultant, but is no longer employed by. Okay. Give me news I don't have. That's why I love the lunch breakers, man. Y'all are one of the smartest group, man. Yes. Love it. Donna Coleman home. I said the same thing. What? Man, did Sierra approve that deal? I'm not trying to minimize Russ. I know he the man, but did Sierra approve that deal? Because, baby, if you're in Pittsburgh, you're not far from New York, and you can really do some acting and singing and productions and all that. I guess if you're in Denver, you ain't far from LA. I guess. Man, just ruined my whole take, man. All right, so thank you for that, Big Mike. Big Mike broke that one for me. I love it. I love it. Got some other. Okay, let's see. All right. Yep, Willie Gibson sent it up. Russell Wilson to Denver. Bruh. I'm just that one has caught me by surprise. That one has caught me by surprise. I'm for real. I just all right. I'm glad y'all told me while I was on. Donna Coleman Holman, Russell Wilson is going to Denver. Wow. I don't know about this. Will it work? I mean, it really can. It really can because, see, again, Russell Wilson, look at what he did in Seattle. Look at what he did in Seattle. Denver's got a solid defense. Denver's got some real good young players on offense. You know, they got a few veterans that are still there, but they got some that defense is strong enough that Russ can do some things. I wish he had done that in Pittsburgh. Good God. Steelers, what are y'all doing? All right, so while I'm at it, New Orleans is really, really interested in bringing back Jameis Winston. Smart. Now Jameis gets to pick where he goes because he's the free agent, but New Orleans is really focused on trying to bring him back. Smart. Best quarterback they got in New Orleans. You know, will keep them, you know, kind of similar to where they were. All they need is the right play caller and some folks back. So there's that. Let me remind you again, do not look for anything major to happen with Deshaun Watson before he goes through his grand jury deposition. Now, he's going through some of the civil depositions, I think, really, as we speak. But that grand jury piece of it, the criminal piece of it, don't look for anything to happen until that gets resolved with him. Mike Riggins, I'm hearing Von Miller is willing to take a friendly deal to go back to them. If I was him, I would. I mean, LA did their thing, got their chip. He's got 2 of them now. He's going to the Hall of Fame. He can call his shot from here. Von Miller can call his shot from here, and he should. If he'll take a friendly deal and the new leadership, ownership in Denver is willing to do it, I'd suck him up. I'd get him back. Man, that's great breaking news right there. Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Derek Carr all in the same division. That's strong, man. That's strong. That's really strong. And he gets out of that division with the Rams, the 49ers. He gets out of that division because that's in Arizona. That's a strong division as well. So anyway, listen, I got to get ready to go. Let me get Sybil Wilkes queued up. Talk Your Team Tuesday. Tomorrow for Winning Wednesday, I want y'all to tune in because I'm going to be talking about how you can win $500 cash courtesy of the Lunch Break, Jones Media and Entertainment, the Sports and Wellness Doc, and the Hartwell Clinic. All of us together putting together $500 for you so you can win it. And the Lunch Break Basketball Challenge. The Lunch Break Basketball Challenge. So tune in tomorrow for that. Man, time sure flies when you're having fun, but I got to go. Listen, tune in tomorrow. Stay locked in with the BS3 TV network on Roku. Be waiting for and be looking for the Jones Media and Entertainment on Fire TV and Fire Stick. And if you know somebody who has vision, dreams that they want to bring to streams and screens, hit me up. 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Here's Sybil Wilkes, what you need to know.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Tuesday, March 8th, 2022. Number 1. One day after Russia revealed it had detained 7-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Griner on drug charges, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken was asked what the Biden administration planned to do to help her. Answering generally, Blinken told reporters the U.S. stands ready to provide every possible assistance, and that includes in Russia. Griner was arrested at an airport near Moscow last month after Russian authorities searched her luggage and allegedly found vape cartridges containing hashish or cannabis oil. Number 2, just 6 months after he resigned from office in disgrace over sexual harassment allegations, former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo appeared to be hinting at a political comeback. The Democrat made a campaign-like stop at a Brooklyn church Sunday, delivering a speech in which he condemned cancel culture. The public appearance, his first since leaving office, came after Cuomo's campaign launched a digital and television advertising campaign pushing a similar message. Number 3, the official global death toll from COVID-19 eclipsed 6 million people Monday, underscoring that the pandemic, now entering its third year, is far from over. The milestone recorded by Johns Hopkins University is the latest reminder of the unrelenting nature of the pandemic, even as people are shedding masks, travel is resuming, and businesses are reopening around the globe. Despite its wealth and vaccine availability, the United States is nearing 1 million reported deaths on its own. Number 4, Akron, Ohio Police Department has released 2 surveillance video clips that appear to show a Kent man attack a black woman in Highland Square. 26-year-old Andrew Walls is accused of punching the woman in the face and yelling racial slurs. He's pleaded not guilty to possessing a firearm while intoxicated and assault. Some have alleged Walls served as the vice president of the Akron-Canton chapter of the Proud Boys, which is labeled by the Cleveland Anti-Defamation League as a right-wing extremist group. Number 5, 2 years ago, in the advent of the pandemic and in the midst of police brutality protests, Black people vented their frustrations across the city of Chicago to a point where stores providing basic human services closed down. Pastor Rashorna Fitzpatrick of Stone Temple Baptist Church organized a flock that armed North Lawndale neighborhood with over 20,000 sanitary kits containing masks, sanitizer, and other supplies. She deployed a love fridge where everyone and anyone can open it, take the produce inside, and partake in the bounty of her garden. Read more about her in today's newsletter and our salute to Everyday Sheroes in National Women's History Month. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Don't give up on the thought that most people are good. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with comedian Damon Williams and political contributor Cameron Riley. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SibylWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and wrap it up. We're a little bit over, but I want to thank goodness for my producer. I want to thank goodness for my producer, Kev, the producer, who is staying with me as we transition over to JME. And he told me to tell you it's another Keeping Up with the Joneses production. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. Nothing you can do about it. We'll talk to you tomorrow.